Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. My name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I've got a message today for the earth signs for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We're going to do your general reading for the element first, and then at the end of the video, I'll break off into the messages for the individual signs. I also wanted to just express my gratitude for your being here. I do love doing these videos so much. And I also wanted to let you know of a special opportunity that I'm opening up. And that is some artwork. I was meditating one day and I got really inspired to do a series based on the zodiac signs. So I'll show you, this is Aries, and these are small 5x5s. And then for another example, this way up, this one is Capricorn. So they're abstract, but they celebrate the energy of the signs. They are normally $90, but I am doing a special sale for $44. And if you'd like to see what your sign looks like, you can visit my website, trueguidancetarot.com, and go to offerings. I'll put a link in the description below so you can find it easily. So let's get to your reading. Now, just a little caveat, with these cards I'm getting, these are messages for you. Some of the cards, if I were doing a different reading, might suggest someone else in your life, but this is all about you. This is all about you right now. So the energy of this week is the Seven of Pentacles. Now this is the energy of evaluation, of choosing, of weighing your options. Like, is it the right time? Is it not the right time? And you continue this energy, the Hermit. You're seeking for the right answer. You're looking inside yourself, deep inside yourself for, is this the right moment? So this is something that either it's an opportunity you need to take advantage of, or it's kind of like the next stage in whatever you're doing. And you're just looking deep inside yourself for the answers. Now, I don't know if you're going to like or dislike what I'm going to tell you, but you have to be careful with how you are valuing your choices. So if you choose something because it's comfortable, because it brings you money, and it's because it's within your control, that's the wrong choice. If you choose something that's lined up with your heart and you don't know why, if you choose something that feels right and you don't know why, that's the right choice. So this is intuition over calculation. This is the Four of Pentacles right here. He goes into the Three of Swords. So I know that when you follow him, you're going to end up betraying yourself. See, she's pierced by 3 swords. This is not the right choice for you. So if whatever you're considering, you're only looking at it from a financial perspective, that's not right. You may end up choosing that choice, but you can't look at it just from the standpoint of finance, because you're going to miss something. This card is really fascinating to me. Also, it talks about holding yourself smaller than what you are. So you are this big, powerful, capable being, but when you get into this Four of Swords energy, it's holding, it's compressing, it's doing this, literally drawing in and being unable to let go. Now, this card is all about letting go. Letting go, letting flow. She is one with the ocean. She's one with the sky. She's just at one, and she just dances over the intersection of the two, dances. Doesn't matter. She knows she's not going to fall in the water. She knows she's not going to go off into the air. She just flows. And it's because she follows her heart. It's because she follows her intuition. And I know this is so trite. It's like every silly little fairy tale, like just follow your heart and everything will work. But actually, in this case, it will. Because if you don't follow your heart, you're going to end up breaking your heart. So as you're seeking, make sure that you're asking the questions of, how do I feel about this? Is this going to make my heart sing? Is this an opportunity for growth? Is my intuition really on board with this? Those are the kinds of questions you need to be asking yourself this week. Not just, should I do this? It's, how am I going through this? Is my intuition involved? Am I listening to every single part of me, not just the rational part? And not just the logical part. Emotions have a reason too. If you're feeling like about something, but all the logical reasons are adding up to you should do it, listen to that okay? I don't usually say this to signs, but because I'm talking to earth signs, we have a tendency to be less feely and more logical. And so we often miss this component of information, and we want to have the whole picture. Okay, let's get to your individual readings. I'm going to find the rest of my deck here. Capricorn first. Okay, they're saying top 4. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I wish I was a Capricorn, at least this week. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Page of, whoops. So that tells us how much of a problem she's going to be. Not very much, inconsequential. Page of Cups. We've got the Six of Wands and we've got the Sun. Now, these are enormous together. This is like assured, seen, ultimate victory. Okay? So whatever this new creative endeavor, this new direction at work you're going, it's going to work and you're going to see the success. You're going to see the validation for that this week. I mean, just one of these would be good enough, right? But both of them together, your light is really strong, is really shining, and you're going to get that recognition that I know you crave. And the elevation of status. They're saying this is not just the only thing you're going to get, that there's actually more coming. And you're going to have more opportunities, more appreciation headed your way. Now, there's going to be a little bit of an emotional wobble. And I know this is contrary to what I just said for the whole Earth reading, but there's going to be some kind of, and I don't think it's within yourself. I actually think it's a person that's going to just kind of want to pour some water on your fire. They're going to want to put your fire out, meaning it's a naysayer, that kind of negative, doubting kind of energy. But the point is that that person is not emotionally evolved. They're not emotionally advanced. And so just don't even let them bother you. And I don't think you will, but just know that that's kind of there. And if it's not a person, there may just be like a little hiccup, just something little. But as we saw, she dropped on the floor. So it's like she's not even there. Look at all that light. Look at all that sunshine. And look at all that warmth. I mean, this is really exciting. So if this is you and this happens with you, really let me know, because I am so excited about this combination of cards. And it's also recognition for, the you of who you really truly are. This is the divine spark. This is the spark of your heart. And so if it's not something tangible like a work promotion, there's some situation where you're going to be able to be recognized for that light that you've decided to align yourself with, that light you've decided to be. And so that's going to come to you very strongly. Well, great message for Capricorn. So if that's you, we'll see you next time if you're not going to stick around for the rest of the video. Let me see if we're doing Taurus or Virgo next. Taurus is coming next. Top 3. Okay. All right, so a little bit of a hang up, but we're going forward. We've got the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Swords going into the 9 of Pentacles. So at the beginning of the week especially, there's just a little bit of like some hang-ups. And these can be internal, they can be external, but they're just like little annoyances where like you want to move forward, you want to keep things going, but there's just like these little ends that are loose that you have to tie up. And they don't serve you anymore. They're not really a problem anymore, but you just have to tie them up and let them go so that they can be out of the way, because we decide to start a new direction. We make a decision. Oops. Again, I'm dropping cards. That 8 of Swords isn't really even, it's not even a thing. Because once we tie those ends up and the card drops on the floor, we have this new way forward, the Ace of Swords. And that is a decision, that is a conviction within yourself that you know exactly what you want. And what I love is it's aligned with the 9 of Pentacles, which is not only resonance, it's what resonates deep within you, but it's the receiving of rewards. It's being financially set. It's not quite the 10, but it's still really, really good that you're receiving some pleasures and that you're going to be well set up. So literally what you've done is you've tied up those loose ends with the past and you've decided I am going to be better situated in the future in a way that resonates with me. That is really who I am. And a lot of you know I'm a musician. I'm also a pianist. And we talk about, see, there's a piano there. We talk about harmony and chords. And what makes music sound good is when you have notes that sound good together. I could go into the physics of it, but that's really simply it is. It's notes that sound good together. When you hear that, it feels good to you. It's like pleasure to your ears. It's music to your ears. It sounds good. It makes you feel good. That's the kind of life you're attracting for yourself right now. Things that feel good with you, things that sound good to you, like, oh yeah, that sounds good to me. This is just, it's the life that you want. But just know that you have to tie up those loose ends, the ones that fell on the floor, before you move forward with this. Okay, so be patient. I know you're good at being patient. Be patient. You're in the right direction. Okay, Virgo. Oh my God. Everything is just falling on the floor right now, so hopefully I can hold on to your cards. All right, how many cards for Virgo, please? Okay. Okay, interesting combination of cards here. All good. All right, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Four of Wands, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So we're looking at the opportunity for some growth, some financial gain, and for moving up to that next stage of your business. Is this business? Is it health? Nope, they're saying it's business. So you've got a strategy, you've got a long-term focus, and you have like a plan. You've got this all laid out for exactly how you want things to go. And something moves for you this week. We get the Wheel of Fortune. You get some kind of opportunity, some kind of opening. Something just aligns that the timing is completely right. And so then we come to this. It gives you an opportunity for some success, the Four of Wands. But then the Ace of Pentacles is there kind of as a cautionary to make sure that you have everything in place, in order. And, you know, I know you will, as a Virgo, have all of the details taken care of, which is what these two cards are talking about. This is don't celebrate too soon. Make sure you have everything planted. But this is just an extra reminder to be very practical and to make sure those little things are taken care of. So make sure that you've got the small stuff taken care of, because that's what you want to build your foundation on. You want to build your foundation on something that's solid and something that has every little thing in place. So this is not a week to go fast through everything, fast and haphazard. I find this really strange that I'm giving this message to a Virgo because it feels like I'm preaching to the choir. So let me back up and just make sure that there's not something I'm missing. Nope, they're saying to keep going because I guess some of you are going to be feeling a little impulsive or a little apt to celebrate too early. So again, just make sure you have all of the tiny little pieces put together. Make sure every little detail is all in place. And what they're also saying is, remember that we started with the King of Swords. So we started with the idea of vision, of plan. So I'm telling you on one hand, take care of the details, but I'm also going to say, don't let those details overwhelm you and get so lost that you forget to celebrate. So we're looking short, we're looking small, we're looking big. Make sure that the small stuff is always relating to the big stuff. So I see what this is saying. So they want you to look at the details in a way that really supports the bigger picture of where you're going. So we're not talking about getting held up in the trivial stuff. You're going to have to let some of that trivial stuff go. That's the release of the Four of Wands. You're going to have to let some of that go because it's in service of the bigger picture. You need to only focus on the details that relate to the bigger picture. So I hope that makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, kind of reach out in the comments. The best metaphor I can think of is, I was in this group once and we were giving an event, and I remember we spent 15 minutes arguing over the color of the napkins we were going to use. And this wasn't like a formal dinner. It was just like we were putting out a plate with cookies. And 15 minutes on the napkins. Like, yeah, napkins are important, but does the color really matter? The important thing is that we get the napkins, we get the cookies, and we do what we're supposed to do. So it's that kind of thing. Don't get held up in the little stuff that doesn't matter. Make sure that whatever detail you're focusing on, it's because it relates to your big vision. Okay? So thanks for sticking me with that. I know it got a little circular, but they finally tied it back together. So let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. And again, thanks so much for joining me. I really look forward to seeing you every week, and I'll see you next time.